Well, welcome to the 700 Club. It was the significant piece of domestic legislation by President Obama in 8 years in office. He called it the Affordable Care Act. Most people call it Obamacare. It was passed by Democrats with not one single Republican vote in either the House or the Senate. But it was jammed through. A man named Jonathan Gruber laughed at how he was deceiving people as to what Obamacare was. Now, guess what? It is blowing apart. It is literally collapsing. And the word is that rates in the insurance exchanges are going to go up next year 25%. I understand in Arizona they may go up over 100%. We're looking at a shocking increase in what people are going to have to pay. So what was the game? The left, the so-called progressives, don't seem to worry about it. Why don't they worry about it? I'll tell you. Here's what the game is, ladies and gentlemen. Get that. Don't listen to the media, what they're telling you on this. The progressives, Obama, Hillary, and her crowd, they want to destroy this affordable health care for one reason. They want to put in government-run health care, single-payer, government-controlled, like Canada. That's what she said. And they'll say, well, we've tried. Look what we did. We tried so hard, and it wouldn't work. And so now we're going to do it right with single-payer. Those greedy insurance companies are making the price go up. That's nonsense. They have been in the process of wrecking one of the great health care programs in the world. And they want to take control of it in order to control your life. Now, when Hillary Clinton was the First Lady, she was in charge of a health care program. It was called HillaryCare, we can call it that. It had 1,300 pages, it had a national control board, and I think the idea is they probably had death panels, and according to some reports and others, there's a dispute on it, but to some report, there were even going to be criminal sanctions against doctors who stepped outside their given exchange. It was draconian, and it was so hated that it actually caused the Democrats to lose control of the Congress. Now, that's what's going on now, and that's the game. That's why Bill Clinton came out against the Obamacare. That's why people are talking about it. It's why Hillary's kind of staying quiet. She wants to bring in something much worse than Obamacare, but remember, they lied to you. If you like your doctor, you can keep it. If you like your health care, you can keep it. All lies. They lied to you. And the behind-the-scenes game is even worse. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't be fooled. So we're telling it to you right now. The game is to collapse Obamacare and bring in single-payer national health care controlled by the left. You don't want that. If they've got control of that part of your life, think what they can do to you. Well, now, with this in mind, we're going to one of the battleground states where both candidates have been campaigning. It's the so-called Sunshine State of Florida. It is crucial to the election of either party, and we've got reporters down there who are going to tell you what they have found, and I think you'll find it very interesting.
They honk horns, knock on doors,
have a good day, and if you get a chance, vote for Mr. Trump.
And make phone calls by the thousands to spread a familiar message.
You get it in the mail.
Make America great again.
They've been very nice about it.
Getting tremendous response, tremendous feedback, a lot of people volunteering and, holding signs.
I'm very encouraged, and everyone I talk to is very encouraged.
I've only had maybe a couple people just don't have the time or hang up on me, but I've been very surprised at the response, very pleased.
In Florida, Trump and the Republican Party have roughly 70,000 volunteers. With 29 electoral votes, it is the third largest state and one of the most diverse, with red and blue regions making it one big purple prize.
I think people here are passionate about voting for Trump and about our country.
These volunteers understand Trump is down in the polls, but say they run into a lot of so-called closet voters.
My yard guy, he saw my Trump sign in the yard, and he's Afro-American, and I was honest with him. I said, "You're not mad at me, are you?" He said, "No." He says, "I'm for Trump." And he said, "And my neighbors in my neighborhood are too. They're just being very low-key about it because they don't want to, get in trouble."
One group Trump needs to win here, evangelicals.
What we've got to see is people that love the church, love Israel, against abortion. That's what's going to make the difference.
Pastor Rodney Howard-Brown says he's not convinced by the storylines that Trump is going down in flames.
People are seeing through it. They understand that there's another agenda going on. And I think they might not come out publicly like I'm coming out. But when they go to vote, they're going to vote. And I think we're going to have a landslide come November the 8th.
So what's the vibe with the Clinton campaign? For that, we head on over to my colleague, David Brody.
Jenna, the mood among Clinton campaign volunteers here in Florida is steady as she goes. Calm, cool, collected, but there is another word as well when it comes to organization here on the ground, and that is methodical. Trump may have enthusiasm, but Clinton has the numbers. 90,000 volunteers, roughly 500 full-time workers. Marilyn Lamont runs a phone bank out of her home and is ready for history to be made.
She's a woman. How fabulous is that? It's about time. About time. She's a smart woman. And I think she cares about all of us.
The thinking among volunteers is to stay positive. They've heard the chatter that Clinton is the typical politician and Trump is the change candidate, but they won't even talk about losing.
I haven't even thought of that because she's going to win. No, she's going to win.
Close your eyes. Don't even think about it.
She's going to win.
Early voting is underway, and with thousands of ballots already in, it appears to be an even split between Democrats and Republicans. But what will it all mean come election night?
Well, it's Florida, so it's never a runaway race for anybody. It's almost always going to be a nail-biter.
Tampa political reporter Adam Smith will be looking for one key specific on November 8th.
If you start to see Tampa Bay, that's Hillsborough County, Pinellas County, Pasco County, look there. If Trump doesn't have a significant lead in Pasco County starting out, it's going to be a bad night. And then it's Florida, so you also can look for somebody to botch it up and us to be waiting all night long for the results to come in.
Maybe a long night in Florida, definitely a very long presidential campaign. David Brody, CBN News in Tampa, Florida.
Well,